Oh, from Charles Reinhart, Realtor, Blake Wyant. Hi, Blake.
Morning.
Morning.
How are you?
Doing well.
It's, I think, your second year in the real estate
Saturday
biz?
is my 2-year anniversary.
Congratulations.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
So what's the first 2 years like in real estate? A lot of learning, I'm sure.
Yeah, the first year was slightly boring, as I stated a lot, but
Yeah.
just coming from restaurants.
Yeah.
But this year has just been unbelievable.
Yeah, and you were honored with the President Award in your second year, so that's pretty cool. It means you're doing deals.
Yep.
What do you like about doing real estate here in Michigan?
Michigan's cool. Jackson County's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm mainly 90% of my business is Jackson County. I know a lot of people, a lot of past employees.
Yeah.
Grew up around here. Grew up in Grass Lake. But I just like being able to help people that maybe don't understand what their money can do for them.
Yeah.
You could have been either a realtor or a country music star.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not very good at guitar.
But Grass Lake is, because that's your home, that's the area that you know the best,
Yep.
and it looks like you do a lot of your work in the Grass Lake area.
Yep.
What's the current state of the market?
Still hot. I just closed 5 last Friday. I
Wow.
have 2 more coming up, but rates dropped a little bit with the unemployment rate raising.
Yeah.
So I think we closed a deal last week at 7.3. Of course, they're going to go up and down. Yes, they're high, but situationally, people are still going to buy.
Buyers are annoyed with the rate. Obviously, it was much lower, but it's not. Is it stopping people from buying them? People constantly want that upgrade or want that best situation for their family.
They're becoming more conscious of inspections. When rates
Sure.
were 3%, they're like, I don't care about a furnace, I don't care about the
Right.
roof.
Yeah, I'll just take it.
Now they're like, okay, this has issues, can seller repair. It just, there is a lot more fall throughs at this point when that comes up because you got a higher mortgage as well as upfront costs,
Sure.
updating things, stuff like that.
And sellers, they're creative. They can buy down the interest rate.
Yep. There's a lot of different variables to do that, but also the program MISHDA, which a lot of people don't know about. I try to bring up. They can give you $10,000 for your down payment.
Yep.
As an individual, you can make up to $126,000 a year, and still be able to make
Still
it.
qualify for the
You can,
MISHDA.
Yep. And then $220,000 plus, I think it's $222,000 is your purchase price. So at that point, you get $10,000 off your closing cost. That's huge.
Is it in your industry? You probably deal with a lot of people who think they know everything before they meet you. Is that difficult?
Yeah, some people they'll bring their dad or their mom and their parents, and well, back in the day, I get it, and that's where I just try to be educational and teach about the times now and how I've seen. And yes, I'm still new, but I educate myself to make sure people know what's going on.
How often are you looking back at your childhood, like when you're going around these areas and this type of thing?
It's awesome.
Yeah,
and also looking back at your purchase and the situations you went through, and but looking at Jackson in a whole too, and how bad it used to be.
Yeah.
And how good some spots are.
Right.
And when you look, Francis Street, like, oh, don't buy down there. Now it's like, we can buy down there.
Things are really coming along.
Yeah.
There's some new construction going on too, particularly in Grass Lake. That's one of the growing townships in Jackson County.
Yep. New construction's also one of those things that you can get into. You work with the builder. It's normally, I'm just going to throw a number, normally like $10,000 non-refundable down payment, but then you work with them, and they can pop these things up like that.
Let's take a look at a listing that you just sold. I don't know if it was one of the 5 you had on Friday.
Yep, that's the one I just got under contract Friday. That one's Grass Lake as well. Beautiful. And it seems like every house I sell is a ranch because that's what everyone loves. Laundry, single level, whatever. People, the homes are still out there. They're still going. I don't think this was multiple offers, but a lot of the other homes that I am selling are still multiple offers.
Do you think there's a lot of people out there, I'm sure there are, that just have no idea that their home's worth, triple than what they paid for it in the 80s or 90s?
Yep. Look on Zillow. Look at your Zestimate, but then add some money to that. Zestimate doesn't really look on the inside of your home.
For sure.
They're going to look at your comps, your comparables in the area that have sold, and even looking at mine on Zestimate, I'm like, oh my lord.
Yeah.
I want to sell, but I love Grass Lake. That's where I live. So.
I've heard people knock on doors of homes that aren't for sale yet.
Yep, and that's with the winter coat drive. That's just a way for us to do that as well. We can go and we can put that on the doors. We can knock. We can make sure that people understand what we're doing with the coats as well.
Yeah,
we collect all the coats.
And you're giving them to the people that need them.
Yep, we drop them off at random areas in Michigan around us, and we donate last year thousands of jackets.
What's the best way to donate some coats, Blake?
Bring them to me.
Bring them to you.
I can come to you. Kid drop-off's the easiest that I've done. So I drop off my children every day at Grass Lake. So I meet people in the parking lot, grab bundles of jackets, and take them.
Awesome.
And your colleague at Reinhart is helping to sponsor the Wine, Women, and Shopping event this weekend.
It should be a big event in Chelsea.
Glad I'm not working at Common Grill for that one.
Talk a little bit about that Chelsea, Grass Lake, Jackson area, that 94.
Yeah, Chelsea's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, price point, schools. It's hard to get a home in Chelsea when they come up. I think I close on one in a couple weeks in Chelsea.
Right.
But it was difficult. It's competitive. Grass Lake, same thing, because it's a growing market. Prices follow. Businesses are now coming to Grass Lake. Local coffee shops are growing. Restaurants are growing. There's a couple now that are under contract in Grass Lake.
Oh, wow.
So, and Jackson is just nonstop.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people.
Yeah, it's a great place to live, great place to raise a family, great place to buy a home.
Some great schools.
Yeah, and you're right. There's a new coffee shop soon. I think it's soon to open.
Kettleman's Coffee.
Yeah.
I may have been the agent on that one.
Really? So how do we get a hold of you? What's the best way to get a hold of you if we have some questions? Want you to come take a look at our
Social media is huge, but of course email. Feel free to text, call. I'm available any day that ends in Y. Just reach out. Really, I mean, if you hear two kids in the background screaming, it's because I'm a father. I like to be at home with my kids, but I'm going to answer the phone and I'm going to help guide you.
Sounds like you're in a great spot.
Yep, it's been fun.
Well, continued great success. Congratulations on the President's Club Award.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
And thanks for being here today.
Yeah, thanks for having me again.
Yeah, Blake also sponsors the Grass Lake section of my school on JTV Sports at jtv.tv. We appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you.
From Charles Reinhart Company, Realtor, celebrating his second anniversary Saturday, Blake Wyant. More of the morning show after this.